Hello, Penny. Okay, so we're going to start with one of my favorite stretches, which I basically almost start with almost every morning. Just rolling out the back line. So lean forward, press your hands by your sides, and take your legs over behind you. Just relax into it. Obviously, first thing in the morning, back line's a lot tighter. Use your hands to push and just gently roll over, curving your spine as much as you can. Here comes the dog. Lean forward and round your back. Use your arms, your hands to push you. Relax your neck. Breathe out. So I do quite a few of those, probably between 15 and 20. You can obviously bend your knees if you need to. And it's really, really nice to get at those erector spinae and mobilize and articulate the spine as you roll. So even if this is, yours looks more like this, that's fine. Just rocking up, forward and back along that midline. You can also speed it up a little bit. I like to do slow and feel where I'm going as I mobilize in the mornings. So if you're going to bend your knees, then rest your toe mounds together, round your back, and just rock and roll. Just letting gravity do the work and rounding your spine as much as possible. And then just end off with the dropping forward. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Remember, I've got a very flexible back line. So, and I've been doing this consistently for many years. Breathing out, breathing in. And then lie back, stretch your arms to the side, and just roll over the sides of your hips. Make sure the weight of your head is just resting on the ground, neck is relaxed, and feel what that does to the sides of your waist, transverse abdominis, internal, external obliques. Just rocking from side to side, and you can make that bigger. In the morning, it's usually a lot slower, it's more exploratory. Taking the knees side to side. And then you can curl up, breathing out. Here comes the dog again. Tyke, mind. Come on. Go. I love you, but not. Okay, so hold the knees and just rock from side to side. And then you can breathe out, curl up off the ground. Lie back, inhale. Pony's irritating me. Curl up, hold the empty lungs, fill the lungs, lie back. So long pause between the inhale and exhale and inhale. Fill the lungs, stay there with your full lungs, feel gravity, relax. Breathe out and breathe in. Then you can stretch your arms straight up and keep your hands shoulder width apart. Lean over to the side and stop just before your weight falls over to that side. So this is just engaging the deep core muscles. And then move your whole body. So there's no spinal rotation. You're turning your shoulders and your hips to the side. Do a few of those. Just checking in with your breath continuously to make sure that you're not holding your breath unless I tell you to. Lean to the side. You can do as many of those as you like. It's a great exercise. Making sure your arm lines are shoulder width the whole time, so they're parallel to your midline. And then just curl up. Extend your legs, toe mounds are resting together, and curl your spine and a few rocks and rolls. You might notice a difference in your flexibility, your spinal mobility, just from those few short warm-up exercises. And rock up. Turn and face me. This is called Baddha Konasana. It's a great view, hey? Soles of the feet together. Hold your ankles, your thumb anywhere on your malleolus. You've got 4 kidney points there. So press the thumb pad anywhere there and just bounce the knees. As you're bouncing the knees, breath is just flowing evenly in and out. Inhale, exhale, bounce the knees, push the sitting bones down to the ground so that you're sitting up nice and tall, and then keep the legs still. Drop the head, press the chin to the throat, depress the shoulders but lengthen the spine. So sitting bones pushing down, shoulders down, but a lot of spinal length, and back of the neck extended as much as possible. So good. Face up. Take your thighs, lift them up, and just gently cross them. Sit up again. Mobilize your shoulders. Round we go. Look at that cleavage. Couldn't say that on a professional video. Okay, good. Let's mobilize the head of the humerus in the glenoid cavity. So right around, right around. Flow the breath. Close your eyes. Focus on that ball and socket joint of the humerus and glenoid cavity, and it's quite a shallow joint. So this is just mobilizing the rotator cuff muscles and other direction, right around, right around, right around. And then palms on your knees. Drop forward, breathe out, let your head drop down, and then fill your lungs, breathe in. So as far as possible, your spine, your torso is a long lever that hinges from the hips. Breathe out, drop forward, let your head drop down, empty your lungs. Then when you need to inhale, use your hands to help you. Be careful not to do this. You want your elbows down by your sides. You can flow with that quite a few times. Round up, drop down, as many as you want, and then up. So good. Just lean over to the side. So a real lateral stretch, stretching over to the side. Here comes the dog again. I told you it wouldn't be a professional video. Lean right over. So this is your inhale. Breathe into that lung, the bottom lung, and you can feel the pressure on the kidneys, the adrenals, as you compress over to the side. But both waists are long, both sides of the waist are long. Stretch right over. So good. Okay, we are going to do Bhujangasana. So swing around. Tie my hair up. So we've done posterior line and a bit of the side line. We've mobilized the vertebra. We're going to stretch the front line. So come onto your stomach and rest the as much of the surface of the tops of your ankles on the ground, and then step your thighs up. So rock and step so that you can medially rotate your thighs, because you want those hip flexors to be fully extended, and because some of them are lateral rotators, you want to medially rotate. So rotate your thighs in. Your hands are either side of your breasts, and just push up, fill your lungs, and then use your arms, keep your elbows shoulder height. So you need to rotate your hands on the ground outwards, as if you're opening jars outwards. Push up, and this time you're just going to stay there. You're standing on your hands, your fingers are spread, your thumbs are facing one another, and then broaden your collarbones. Let your abdomen just sink. and you will feel it a lot, L5, S1, and you'll feel the extension on the front of your hips and your abdominal areas. If it's too strong, just bend the elbows, or you could step forward so that you're on your forearms. So once again, my collarbones are broad and my shoulder heads are rotated back. If you wanted to increase that a little bit, you can press on the heel of the palms and just come up a little bit. And you often get a quiver, the front of your body. Just flow the breath, focus on the breath, on keeping the breath steady, and inhale and exhale and relax into that quiver as much as possible. I've got a co-pilot here. Just flow the breath. So even though it is a load, you can self-soothe by calming your breath. So just inhale, exhale, same length. Pause after the inhale, pause after the exhale, and when it's enough, you can come down. But I often stay just on my forearms, and I'll drink my coffee or just breathe into that, because the abdominal, the front line, often needs time to release. While you're there, I'll turn sideways so you can see. You can kick your legs. You can crisscross them. I hope you like my socks. I was going to take them off, but I see I've forgotten to take them off. Okay, so you can see how the head of the femur, because you can see by the greater trochanter how that femur bone is rotating in the acetabulum. It's a deep ball and socket joint, as you know. That's a great exercise. Just using the hamstrings here, that's a great exercise. You could windscreen wipe a little bit, just roll from side to side. Just sinking into the midline. So this is the Bhujangasana. You can do some of those with your breath. So breathing in, fill your lungs, pause, relax into it, and then exhale down. Rest the weight of your head on your forehead. When you need to inhale, once again, using your arms to raise you, breathe in, fill the lungs, and breathe out. Okay, we're going to come out of that. Just roll your hips first of all, side to side, and then fire up so you've got a straight line from your knees to your shoulders, and you can push back into child's pose. You can do a few of these. I think I gave you that exercise when we were together, which seems a lifetime ago, at Perigium. So sink back into your child's pose, lock your elbows, lean forward. So lengthen the shoulders, fold the hips, breathe out, and breathe in. You can do loads of those. You can do them with your eyes closed. Forward is the inhale, and exhale is back. That's your inhale. Go, Tyke, go. Okay, he's going to cross the path again. Go, Tyke. Fill the lungs, empty the lungs. Fill the lungs, empty the lungs. That is just such a great exercise because your hips and your shoulders are locked evenly either side. I am really engaging my hands on the earth. My fingers are spread, my thumbs are facing one another, and I'm gripping the earth, and just forward and back, as many as you need. If your knee clicks, it's one of the attachments clicking over the patella or over one of those bones. It just means that your knee alignment is a bit out, but the more you work with your alignment, the less that'll happen. Okay, you're going to sit. This posture in yoga is called Virasana or Vajrasana. It's a hero's pose. If your knees are not flexible enough, if it's too uncomfortable, you're going to get a block and you're going to sit on the block. So ground yourself on the block. When I go back, I take the muscles, my gastrocnemius and my soleus, I pull them out. It helps with the knee alignment. So you can sit on a block. If your ankles are not flexible enough for this position, then you can put a rolled towel underneath your ankles and sit on a block. You could even have the block or the roller or whatever you've got even higher, so that you're sitting up and your spine is nice and long with undulating curves. So have your body upright, and we're going to do tapping. I do lots of tapping. The 4 best tapping points are the cheekbones, really good for elimination and vitality, so all along the cheekbones. And as you can see, I really tap quite vigorously with the finger pads. So good firm tap, and keep coming back to your breath, just evening it out, and make sure that you're breathing with your diaphragm, sending the air to the bottom of the lungs and not shoulder breathing. And through your nose. Why? I'll tell you now. You're going to do below the collarbones. So sternoclavicular notch here, just about an inch either side of that and below that. Good vigorous tapping. Here comes the dog again, I think. These are kidney points. So this is kidney 27, which is your Shu mansion in Eastern philosophy. It is crucial for the vitality. There goes the dog. Tap there. Okay, why the nostril breathing? Pound your sternum, please. So firm pounding. The nostril breathing for nitric oxide. So when you breathe through your nostril, the little hairs in your nostril, the cilia, they move as the air passes through, and that stimulates the production of nitric oxide by the endothelial cells in the blood vessels. Nitric oxide is in Viagra, I think. It's a vasodilator. So good blood transportation. A little bit of distraction here by the neighbors and the dog. It's a beautiful evening. Pound the sternum. Okay, you're going to do Rudra Mudra, not Rudra Mudra, Gyani Mudra, which is forefinger and thumb together. Stretch that up. So you've got a 45-degree angle here, and then pound here. The brachial plexus is beneath here. So good firm pounds. You'll often find when people get off numb arms or tired arms, that brachial plexus is being impinged by the scalene muscle. So this will help. Also people with tight pecs for rounded shoulders, take your Gyani Mudra, forefinger and thumb, stretch that up and pound the other side. You'll feel where the right spot is. And breathing through your nose. And this arm is really turned on, the elbows locked. Come back to your sternum, sides of the lungs, up and down. Wake that nervous system up, and the back, especially where the kidneys are, over the rib cage. There's a bit of cat and mouse going on between the dog and the cat here. And then down, you can get your quad lum. Okay, that's good. If you've got, if your ankles are a bit sore, your knees a bit sore, you can come out of that now. If you're good to carry on, you can do some of your exhale, push off your arms, keep your elbows shoulder width. So just close your eyes. Once again, your shoulders and your hips are locked evenly. We're looking for balance, left and right of your midline. Your midline is your crown of your head to the tip of your coccyx. That is your primary axis. That is those are the first bones to be formed in the uterus, and all your movement originates or should originate with that in mind, the primary axis. So that's what you can do. I love my folds and stretches with the breath. So exhaling when you compress and inhale when you sit up. I said if your knees are a bit sore, your ankles are a bit sore from being stretched, you can apex them out. This is called prasarita. No, it's not. It's called, she's got stage fright. Okay, so sit like this, just hold your thighs. So you could do your torso drop like that, sitting like that. And you want your toes to be facing up in your nice socks with the toe compartments. You can do your lever drops like that. And we're going to do some rotation, spinal rotation. So sitting comfortably, if your back body's too tight, the hamstrings are too tight, you can elevate your hips. So sit on something, lift yourself. Oh, you've got a great view. What do they call that? Moose knuckle. What's it? Anyway, okay, I'm going to lower myself so that you don't get a full on of my crutch. Okay, so interlock your fingers. Shoulders are down, elbows are up. So I've got hands are pulling against one another, elbows are wide, and you're going to watch those knuckles and rotate from side to side. So if you haven't got the flexibility to sit upright with your legs in this position, then you're going to sit on something, a bolster, a cushion, a block, whatever you want. So watch those knuckles the whole time that you rotate, and use the momentum of the elbow side to side to here comes the dog. When these videos go professional, it'll be Joe and Tyke, fitness with Joe and Tyke, mobility feels great with Joe and Tyke. Side to side, side to side, side to side, and then just come forward, rest your hands on your thighs, close your eyes, and just breathe. As you do these exercises, you will feel the benefit of the liberation of the nervous system. So the more you mobilize, the more it frees up those neural canals and the nervous system, and just mobilizing the muscles helps align the joints and just releases a lot of tension that's in those muscles, residual tension that's in those muscles. So every so often, stop, close your eyes, be still, and just scan your body and focus inwards on the sensations of your body as opposed to the gross motor movements or the distractions of the outer world. Okay, swing round. I'm going to end this video and I'm going to start another one.